A quick TLDR for the impatient. Use OP guest Umas for free stats. Use OP guest support cards for free stats. Use Legacies to fix important aptitudes. And pick a highly leveled support deck with a solid speed and stamina foundation for your Uma. There are a lot of Uma Musume guides out there, but this one is mine. 4 years ago, I made Uma guides for the JP server, including completing a Rice Shower career with all level 1 support cards that some of you guys have found somehow. But now I'm back, and I know how to do basic video editing. So this is my quick and dirty guide on the basics of Legacy parents and support cards, since it's the two most important screens of your Uma's career, and the auto-select system is actively harmful, so you never want to use it. First, the Legacies. When you finish a career, your Uma will get a set of traits on their inspiration page that determines what they can pass down when they're used as a parent for another Uma. All of these are called sparks, and if they're used as a parent, they have a small chance of passing down these skills at the start of the run and during the 2 goddess statue events. There are 2 exceptions to this. The first exception is the blue spark, which always passes that stat down with a value depending on the amount of stars it has. It's not just the parents though, the 2 grandparents also pass their blue sparks down, so the best parent you can have is one that has 9 total blue stars, preferably in a stat you want, typically speed or stamina. And since you can use a parent from someone you follow 3 times a day, I'll be real with you, you should go out of your way to find someone that has a 9-star speed or stamina Uma and follow them. I've been in a public Uma Discord, and you can find lots of people posting their 9-star Umas to follow. For the second exception, the pink spark, which is always an aptitude skill, will always raise an aptitude by a level at the start of a career if it's B or lower. That means for the other parent slot, the one that isn't the guest, I recommend fixing your Uma's aptitudes based on their career or what you want them to accomplish. Take a minute to look over their career races first, and in this example, Tokai Teo has a long distance race with the required first place finish, but she only starts with a B in long distance races. Having a B or lower in terrain or length gives you a pretty punishing race penalty, so bumping important stats up to an A is very important when it comes to hard races, particularly if they have a required first place finish. Alternatively, if you want to build a dirt PvP Uma for example, even if they don't have career dirt races, it'd be a good idea to get their dirt to an A. A couple of quick tips I want to give. Pink sparks have a small chance to bump aptitude to an S during goddess statue events to provide a racing boost, which is nice but uncommon. But if you're dead set on making a really strong PvP Uma, stacking pink sparks and hoping for an S isn't a bad idea. White skills usually give skills, but some actually give raw stats. A particularly good one is the URA Finale Spark, which, if it triggers, gives you speed and stamina. Your Uma has a chance of getting these white sparks from winning G1 races in their career, which is something that you can keep an eye out if you're interested in making a strong parent Uma. And finally, affinity determines the chance that skills pass down. The best is double circle, but single circle is fine too. Triangle isn't ideal, but if you're just trying to complete URA careers, it doesn't affect blue sparks, which is the most important thing. Having 9 blue sparks or fixing aptitudes is more important than having a good affinity. There's a lot more numbers and probabilities that goes into legacy stats, but this is just a basic guide with the most important information. I can make future videos about the more complex things, but I want to keep it short for now. Next, I want to talk about having a good support deck. Like Legacies, there's a lot of opti you can do, but I'll go over the important basics. For the 6 cards you pick, the type of a support card will generally give you more stats of that type in your run. And for most Umas, speed and stamina are the stats we want the most of. So naturally a support deck with solid speed and stamina cards, depending on your Uma's career, is a good idea. This is my general recommendation for beginners for the different race types an Uma can get and how to build a support deck around them. The flex cards can be based on your decisions, your playstyle, your Uma, or even your limit break levels. For example, if you're training a late surger or end closer, adding a power card might be a good idea. If you frequently train wit to pass turns, adding a wit card could be good. If your Uma has a guts bonus and you just want to have a high score, you could stack guts. Or if you like the utility and consistency that scenario cards bring, you could flex into one of them. I personally think the Tazuna scenario card is really strong. And of course, adding more speed or stamina for comfort is never a bad idea either, because focusing on 2 or 3 stats for a training run is very efficient. Everyone will have their own opinions on what's good, but it also kind of depends on what cards you rolled on your account. Yes, Super Creek and Fine Motion are considered strong due to their events and their flexibility, but I don't have either of those on my account, and as a free-to-play, I'm still in the top 1000 just by making do with what I have. If you've decided on a type layout, but you aren't sure what cards to pick, here's my recommended priority. The top priority is having the right card type. Obviously, if you want speed on your Uma, you should pick speed cards. Next is the level of the card. The level of a card gives a ton of raw stats and bonuses every time you level it. And yes, a max leveled SR card is generally stronger than a base level SSR card. Next is the events. Some cards that are considered powerful come with lots of helpful boosts to your run, whether it be stats or energy gains, that'll make your run stronger and more consistent than other cards. And finally, the last priority is the skills of the card. If you're a whale that has every card maxed, then you can carefully craft a deck that has complementary skills to your Uma, but for most players, just pick the right card type with the highest levels and you'll be good. Unlike Legacies, you can use cards from people you follow an unlimited amount of times per day, so I'd highly recommend finding some people that have powerful level 50 cards on their profile to follow. Basically, yeah. Follow whales with good parents and good support cards, give them a kiss on the cheek for their contributions to your Uma's career, and stay tuned for my next video where I'm planning to make a training guide on how to train properly for easy wins. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, let me know, or if there's anything that you want me to make a video on. And remember, there's no bad Umas, only bad trainer sans.